Hello everyone. About time we got this started. This is episode 21 with 3 matches for you tonight. These are some really good fast players. Bendy, Scottobozo are going to be the first matchup. Next we're going to have Myles and Jacobo, and then AV and Poopy Old Hag. It'll be a fun night for sure. Hope y'all are doing well. Alright, Bendy is ready whenever. Go ahead, give these players seed. And once we get 2 readies, go ahead and start this match. There it is. Thank you for the raid with a party of 2. You are just in time to see the start of this match. Alright, here we go. Game number 1 of Bendy versus Scottobozo. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Good luck, have fun, both players. Alright, so far identical stacking right up until the T piece. Looks like Bendy's T placement in columns 8 and 9 rather than flat on the left is going to be what ends up working out to get the first Tetris. However, Bendy has since set up some burns on the right side, so who knows what was actually the better opener in hindsight. Bendy dealing with a tricky board really early on, but Scottobozo dealing with a bar dependency in column 5. Oh, was trying to look for an efficient way to deal with this board, but got a really untimely SP, so didn't quite know an easy way out of it. Oh, was going to quickly set up a dirty column 8 Tetris and get the bar like right away. Scottobozo at 73,000 points, keeping up with Bendy so far. He's at 72,000. Both players are doing a little bit of cleanup. Scottobozo is doing with a Spire, and Bendy had some holes in his stack, but Bendy has since gotten clean. Scottobozo is also clean, however, still doesn't have the most accommodating board to work with. Scottobozo is dealing with a couple of burns right now, but so is Bendy. The players are nearly tied right now. Bendy's going to be clean once again. Scotto is clean except for J dependency. Going to convert this into a dirty Tetris and gets the column 8 and the perfect transfer. Somewhat aggressive setup. Doesn't always work out, but it will work for Scottobozo this time. Currently it's 149 to 150. Just 379 points separating the players. One player is pushed down 1 point and the other is pushed down 2. Alright, Bendy with a dirty Tetris setup as well. This one also in column 8. Seems like the column 8 wells are working out so far in this game. Bendy's board, unfortunately, still not in good shape. Even after getting the right side back open, and Scotto will be able to maintain a clean stack and has thus pulled ahead by 1 Tetris. And he's gotten clean once again, and now just trying to stay clean and hoping not to run into any more situations. But unfortunately, the board is not accommodating enough for square pieces. Gonna have to put that one on the right side. Bar dependencies more in the middle of the stack. And he's trying to avoid making 2 bar dependencies, and the decision there was to make an overhang with the Z piece. Unfortunately, going to miss an L tuck afterward, and the board is just becoming full of holes. And now it's going to put Bendy into another digging situation. Scotto has a chance to build a more substantial early lead. So he's able to deal with this. So far, he's clean and going to score a Tetris. Now ahead by about 3 Tetrises at 337 compared to Bendy's 278. Bendy has cleaned up. Damage kind of already has been done. Bendy is now a bit behind, but Scotto is going to have a misdrop of the T piece. It did not make it all the way to the left side. With a lucky enough sequence, this is a one burn solve. However, Scotto's going to be forced into an alternative setup. Try to get out of this. Bendy, meantime, getting up a little bit high. Left side's high, but there's still a lot of burn options on the right side, so Bendy should be in a comfortable position to continue holding out during this drought. And he's doing an excellent job maintaining this clean stack during the drought. Scotto, in the meantime, is also doing the same thing. Both players handling this drought very well, even though it's been going on for quite a while. Oh my goodness, where is the long bar for these players? Bendy's starting to get up high, but the burning options are a bit more limited now, especially with that flat right side. Thankfully, he's able to hold out just long enough for the long bar. Scottobozo's gonna have a cleaner board and more readily able to score a Tetris. However, there is a hole in row 4, so Scotto's still gonna have a little bit of digging to do. While these players take their burns, because it's happening roughly at the same time and for the same amount, it looks like Scotto's gonna hold that 3 Tetris lead for the time being. Both players have cleaned up their stacks. My goodness, what a drought that was. That had to be probably like 40 pieces, right? Transition right around the corner too. Both players are up a little bit high. Hopefully they can get the board down in time for level 19. And both players will be able to score a Tetris going into transition. However, Bendy's going to have some digging to do, while Scotto is clean, going to score Tetris. Go to 492, maintaining the 3 Tetris lead over Bendy. Bendy's board not in good shape right now. Bar dependency in column 8. Gets an L all the way to the left side. Very good dash maneuvering right now, and Bendy's going to quickly get cleaned up, score Tetris on level 20, and try to close this gap. Bendy's going to have to try to outscore Scottobozo in post in order to try to take this first game. Scotto just needs to try to maintain clean, healthy stack and scoring Tetrises along the way. Scotto with a somewhat high build, but is able to get a Tetris. No burns needed. There's another Tetris on level 21. Bendy digging. I mean, that right side is cut off. Doing everything he can, try to reopen the well. Oh, beautiful dirty Tetris setup. Oh my goodness. Alright, Bendy able to get the pieces to the left needed to reopen the well, and there's going to be a Tetris for both players. It's 534 to 635. Scotto has been able to take advantage of this digging from Bendy, and as a result has now amassed a 100,000 point lead over Scotto's playing a little bit aggressive. Did not work out as he's now forced into digging. Bendy also doing some burns, going to be clean, ready for Tetris. Now 599, just like that, the gap is closed from 100,000 to 50,000. Scotto is going to clean up as well. Going to try to put a pause on Bendy catching up. Bendy set up right now, dirty column 8, and it's going to work out. A beautiful burn there from Bendy. Going to get the well reopened and ready to start stacking for right well Tetrises. This game is very close right now. 696 to 720. Bendy within a Tetris of Scotto. Going to take some really nice burns going into level 26 to keep the board stable. Tetris for Scotto. Bendy now, uncomfortable stack. Right side's cut off again. Looking for a good piece to go left. Oh, did not get the J over. This is dangerous for Bendy. Scotto in the meantime clean and already in the lead, so Bendy has to survive this. Oh, beautiful burn to open up the well for the triple. Bendy is still keeping this game going. And Scotto had to do some cleanup as well, so has not fallen too far. So Scotto's not gotten that far ahead, but now both players are clean. They're each going to score Tetris, but Bendy is 50,000 points behind. Bendy's gonna have to do everything he can to try to score here. Might even need to set up an extra Tetris for kill screen. Gonna get a Tetris 838, but Scotto's already ahead at 878 and still on level 28. And set up for a Tetris. Scotto looking for an extra Tetris, but the bar's not gonna show up in time. But Bendy's gonna get to level 30. Gonna try to chase down an 879. Let's see if that's at all possible. Oh my goodness, Bendy is still keeping his game going. Oh, that bar did not burn anything. Not quite a level 31, but a very good attempt. Bendy's going to go to level 30 with an 850, but it's not going to be enough to catch Scotto's 878. So Scotto's going to take the first game. What a kill screen play. My goodness. Shooting your eyes hard enough. Bendy and Scott kind of look alike. That's crazy. 248 again, sheesh. But Bendy already got a 248? My goodness. Myles Rose is good. It's crazy that people can be this good with dash. I'll say that. Alright, these players are ready for the next game. Let's count them down. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh yeah, here's a crazy idea, y'all. What if I, like, ping the players, or ping the server, that, like, we're live. Hee. Alright, so far to start, we have nice, clean-looking boards for both players. They each have 2 Tetrises, Scotto with an extra burn in there. Alright, both of them still having an efficient start to level 18 right now, but Scotto is going to have an uncomfortable board. Left side is very low. Unable to accommodate the ZP. He's going to have to throw it to the right side. Maybe a couple extra burns. But Scottobozo will be clean. Ready for a Lombard to score. Tetris goes for the Z-spin to solve the overhang on the right side. And now the board's back into good shape. Alright, still a good start for these players. 184 for Bendy, 164 for Scotto. They're only a quarter of the way through level 18 right now, so both players are actually on about 600 transition pace. Obviously, this is early, so we'll see what happens. Oof, both players getting up a little bit high and then starting to get squares, but thankfully they were able to handle the sequence. Although the second set of squares, not as easy to deal with for Scotto. Scottobozo in a dig right now. Bendy able to keep a clean stack and take full advantage of this, and is now going to grow the lead quickly to 80,000 points. Scottobozo with a nice dirty Tetris to clean everything up. Bendy's going to fire back with his own Tetris and keep the lead at 80,000. Rough board for Scottobozo, getting up a little bit high with a well briefly closed, but is going to be able to get it back open. Oh, but misses the bar to the right and has a really unfortunate early top out at 224. Bendy's already ahead at 325, is going to take the second game. Oh, the worst time to lose Das. Moose stats. Is that a thing Moodoo's was known for? Randomly not having dash? Alright, game number 3. We'll be starting in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. He's randomly losing dash. He's just like me for real. Except he's like objectively better in like every way when it comes to dash. Ooh. Alright, these boards starting off not the best. I've seen better boards. Oh no, this board for Bendy's especially troublesome. Bendy get anything to the left? Okay, the square burn opens up the right side. He's able to get the bar over to the right. Oh my goodness, what survival. That kind of execution, not even free with tap. But Bendy's gonna stay alive and avoid a nasty early top out. I'm just working to get this board back into a healthier state. Still has 2 holes to address. It's going to prevent him from scoring touches unless he decides to go dirty. Meantime, Scottobozo has amassed a 30,000 point lead in the beginning and is now just trying to get things clean. Oh wow, look at these triple bars. Scotto's not able to use any of them to score. He's going to continue trying to bring the board back down and clean up the right side of the stack. There's 3 rows of weight still remaining. Finally, with the well open, Scotto's open for a Tetris. And there's the long bar. Scotto's going to score, crossing the 100,000 mark. And that also put him about 28,000 ahead of Bendy, who's going to do a really nice 6 and below adjustment. Well done there. Going to set up a column 5 Tetris. Way on the long bar. Scottobozo also weighing on a long bar as a bar dependency is formed in column 4. Alright, who's going to get this bar first? It's going to be a tie. They're each going to get a bar at the same time. They're roughly in the same position in the sequence. And Bendy's going to get another center well Tetris. Currently it's 136 to 142, so Bendy briefly was behind, but with those couple of center wells, is able to catch up to Scottobozo. However, Scotto is currently clean and is in a position to try to stay a couple thousand points ahead. 182 to 190 does mean he's ahead by about 8,000 points. We'll see if that holds. Then he's going to set up another Tetris in column 5. Column 5 has been surprisingly stable. Alright, there's another Tetris. Benny's probably going to try to work to transfer the well from here, though he's going to need a bar at this point. He's able to take some really nice burns. Clean that S double down the middle. And just like that, Bendy is all cleaned up, ready to start stacking right wells again. Hasn't lost too much pace. There's only a Tetris behind Scotto, and Scotto's board ended up looking very spiky for a brief bit. Had to plug some of those dependencies, and now Scotto's going to have to deal with multiple holes. He's open for a Tetris down the right side. And there's the long bar to score, and now it's going to be time to deal with these holes. Bendy, in the meantime, ending up in another situation. Left side's open, going to use the J for the triple. And it's going to make a really nice adjustment to open up the well with the J piece. Does a really good job there, pulling that S back. Bendy's all clean once again. Scotto, no holes in his stack, but still having to deal with a bar dependency in column 4. Bar's going to clear a double. And that Tetris is going to take Bendy into the lead, going to 293. But Scotto's going to get a Tetris, go to 300,000, take the lead right back. We are right back to having a close game. And now with these players maintaining clean stacks, the lead could just change depending on who gets a Tetris win and who sets up a couple of burns here and there. There's such a thing, Hydra made a ROM hack where you randomly lose charge? Oh no. Bro, I would... Oh, wow. Nice tuck sequence there for Benny. That was a very smart L burn to keep that overhang set up when it otherwise wouldn't have worked out. One of the cool things watching with Bendy and Scotto is they have some very creative ways of dealing with tricky boards. They set up some really otherwise unintuitive burn setups that can keep the board more reasonable than it otherwise would be. These players are right on the cusp of transition. Scotto can score up to 2 more Tetrises before level 19. Bendy up to 1 more Tetris. Yeah, I would cry if a ROM hack was made of me based on how I play the game. Jesus Christ. actually getting bullied by the Tetris community. Alright, Bendy already on level 19, 465. Scotto with a 467 transition, so pacing a bit ahead as Bendy's already on level 20. So Bendy, once again, in a position where he's a bit behind, similar to game 1, going into transition, and we'll try to find a way to get more points in the post than Scotto. Bendy perhaps was looking there for an efficient way to set up a center well. Had to take a couple of burns as it wasn't working out, but finally was able to score one. Currently at 505 on level 21, Scotto at 549, just getting into 21, so Scotto with the real-time score lead and an even stronger pace lead. Oh my goodness, this right side built up very high for Bendy. Thankfully, he's able to have burn options in the middle that will keep this from turning into like a very dangerous situation that could even result in a top out. Oh, welcome on in, Kingsman. Yo, when did Bendy grow up? My goodness. Oh, Bendy's still trying to hold on to the center well setup, but now this board is getting very high and the well is closed off. Needs to get something to the right side. Needs an L piece for the right or a bar. The pieces came a little bit too late, but Bendy still has some burn options. Meanwhile, Scottobozo is topped out at 565. Bendy has to survive this to try to get the chase down. Opens up the right side once again, but closes it off. It's going for flat burns. Oh, but the L didn't make it. He tosses it at 555. Oh, so close, but it was a tricky situation. Scotto's going to take game number 3. Crazy situation for both players. So hello, Enging, Gunter, who else did I miss? DJ Mr. Burrow, Hana, Kafka's Cat, even though I've already talked to you, and hi Eridak, who raided a while ago. There. Hopefully I got my hellos in already. These games do not bode well for us in CTM, lol. RNG has been pretty shitty. Yeah. Alright. Time for game 4. Let's count them down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. CTM makes better seeds for content. Yep. Wouldn't the worst seeds be more content worthy? I mean, just look at Wars. I'll never forget that one Wars clip where like 6 people topped out on 18. Like some crazy seed. Wait, speaking of crazy seed, wait, that's a lot of S pieces. Hold on. What's going on here? We've got overhangs for Scotto and delay burn setups for Bendy. Alright, they're both able to clean up. Now they're just waiting for a long bar. Still waiting for a long bar. Alright, there's a long bar, but only Bendy is able to use it for a Tetris. Scotto thankfully gets another one and can score with that. I've been a proponent of Masters level events being seeded with the hardest seeds. Oh, beautiful adjustment there from Bendy. Able to set up that horizontal J tuck with the L flat on the right side. Bendy in the lead right now, 123. Scotto at 103. Oh, Scotto with an uncomfortable stack. There's an overhang, and the left side's very low. That event will just be all number seeds. Really? Does that give harder seeds? Oh, nice fits there from Bendy. Scotto's still in a dig right now. Bendy's pulling out ahead. Currently at 193, Scotto at 115. Oh, Scotto taking a really nice burn to set up a column 9 Tetris. And he's going to get the bar for the Tetris and the perfect transfer. Oh, hello, AV Geek. This is the first of 3 matches and your third. I forgot setting up a queue is like a thing you can do here. Dang. Alright, Bendy at 309, Scotto at 209, but we'll get a Tetris. Given the similar line counts, it looks like we're looking at about 75, maybe 80,000 point difference in the pace lead between the players. Oh, Scotto having to deal with a rough run of S pieces. Gonna complicate the stack and force him into a little bit more burning. Bendy, in the meantime, has just been able to stay clean the whole time. Doing a really good job just keeping the board nice and accommodating. Not really having to set up a lot of burns. And as a result, he's able to pull even farther out ahead. Currently sitting at 405. Scotto with 295. Finally dealing with that J dependency. Gonna make an adjustment, put a T flat in the middle. It's gonna make the board somewhat jagged, but parity isn't so bad that it couldn't be fixed. So Scotto's, after a couple of good pieces, gonna be able to flatten out the stack a lot. It's gonna keep him in good position to try to keep up with, maybe not keep up, but at least match Bendy's efficiency to keep the lead from growing. Bendy again, gonna have an opportunity to pull further ahead as Scotto's gonna be burning for a bit. Oh, but now Bendy is gonna have to deal with this hole that's in row 1. He's able to get a Tetris. Now it's gonna burn. Currently it's 552 to 398. Yeah, the lead's grown to over 150,000 points in favor of Bendy. So Bendy fully in control right now as we start the post-transition. We have Bendy on level 19 with 578, and Scotto entering level 19 with a 445. You can even see in the transitions that 150,000 point difference that Scotto's gonna have to find a way to make up. But hey, anything can happen. Scotto, not a comfortable stack right now. Entered level 20 and isn't clean right now. But Bendy is clean and is able to start pulling even farther ahead. Scotto able to keep the well open just in time for a long bar. Goes to 502. But with Bendy already at 6-6, he's going to have a lot of work to do to try to make up this deficit. Or just hope that Bendy runs into a major slowdown. Oh, Bendy did not get that L to the right side for his burns. The well's still open, but can't get anything to the right side. He's able to hold out at least and get an S double. The bar does make it to the right side. But Bendy is far from out of the woods right now. Oh, beautiful triple on the right side. Scotto, in the meantime, currently in a dig. He's able to get the T to the left side. Oh, Scotto's board is looking even worse right now. Oh no, did not get the pull on Z to the left side. Going to top out at 5-16. Bendy at 7-13. Way ahead and is good for game number 4. Pokemon in Monthly Tetris. Alright, folks, we are guaranteed a game 6. Wait till they learn that CTM is scripted. Oh, no way. You mean CTM is denied a Tristop victory on purpose? Yep. Alright, game number 5 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Wait, why is my cam flipped? I think I was just handed this layout. Oh, hold on. Maybe I could fix that. Alright, this is going to be a really bold move. I'm going to take off this negative sign. Oh, that ruined everything. Okay, we're going back. We'll deal with that another time. Anyway, 1 Tetris for each player, no birds taken. How's he supposed to play if he's not looking at his pieces? Oh wow, he's used some really clean boards. He just turns his head even farther to the left. Yeah. Bendy is looking at the next box, and the next box it's on the wall in his room. Alright, Dirty Tetris setup possible for Bendy. Not gonna try to set it up though, just gonna take the triple while it's available. There he is, turning his head. See, this is how you get all the fancy creative stacks right there. Gotta turn your head, figure out what the next piece is, make best use of it. Alright, 150 for Bendy, 186 for Scotto. Quarter of the way through level 18. Score's looking pretty decent. No one in any major dig yet, but Bendy does have an uncomfortable board right now. Oh, had to quick tap that score to the left side, and now it's trying to reopen the well. Oh, did not get good pieces. Okay, thankfully the L showed up for a double. Oh, but he's still in this high up dig. Able to get the J to the right, to the left side. Oh, but didn't get any more pieces to burn. And he's gonna top it at 158. Scotto at 218 is good. Gonna be gifted game number 5. Now Bendy's just hoping to tie this, while Scotto is hoping to get a set win. Good seed when? Just one more seed. Just one more seed. I promise. This time we'll finally solve RNG. Also, did y'all see the J tuck into double O burn? That was sick. Oh no, I missed that. Bendy's board was kind of scary, not gonna lie. Alright, game 6. Here we go. It's a lot of numbers to count down. I'll just say 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Go. 5? Makes sense. 6? Okay, hold on. Alright, we got the Guitar Hero Das grip from Bendy. D's grip. Yeah, that's what I was referring to. Right, Bendy's starting off with some burn. Maybe a little bit behind for the moment, but you know, we'll see what happens after this. Ooh, able to get the bar all the way to the left. Oh, that board is looking uncomfortable right now. That is a nasty square spire. The left side was very low. The well's closed off, but thankfully Benny's able to survive. Take all of the needed burns with some very useful pieces to get the board back under control. Oh my goodness. There it is. Nice clean stack, despite the row 2 setup. Setting up another overhang. Is able to set up a burn that forces the well back open, but unfortunately, it's going to fall apart anyway. Able to get a bar to the right side, but able to keep the well open for another bar. Oh my goodness. What is this survival? Good lord. Alright, Bendy 94,000, Scotto 188. Bendy happy to be alive, but now needs to find a way to make up this 4 Tetris deficit. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this match, not safe for blood pressure. I'm gonna be honest. Alright, Scotto maintaining a nice clean. Oh no, these hangs in the middle of the board for Bendy. Bendy 111,000 points. Scotto 281. Oh my goodness, the L piece in the middle. This is a rough spire for Bendy to work with. Bendy is burning it down. Alright, that's Scotto. Bendy getting some helpful pieces to lower the stack. Some adjustment for the long bar. It's going to open up column 2. It's getting plugged right away. So unfortunately, that progress is going to be erased by somewhat unfortunate sequence for this stack. And Scotto, in the meantime, just continuing to run away with this game. Bendy sitting at 139, absolute suffer so far, but Scotto at 361, making a Tetris go to 384. So now Scotto's ahead by 200,000 points. Might be having some controller issues. It's possible, yeah. Especially with those hangs in the middle. Could also be the grip may not have been helping as well as hoped. Alright, 188 to 432. Alright, nice clean setup here for Bendy. This is probably the cleanest the board has been for Bendy in ages. And this, at the very least, will keep him from having to deal with an even larger deficit to try to erase. So Benny now just looking to play more efficiently than Scotto, or just hope that Scotto's going to run into a major dig sequence or maybe in a premature top out. At this point, definitely, you're going to need some really good posts just to even have a chance at taking this game, as you know, there's not even 250,000 points left in 18. Bendy getting up a little bit high, trying to be efficient. Doesn't want to give Scotto too much room. Unfortunately, the bar is not showing up. Oh, nice pullback of the L. Thankfully, was able to slow tap the bar to the right side in time for transition. Bar hanging there would have been absolutely fatal. Gonna take a transition in the 270s. Scotto, meantime, T-spin into a triple, into a Tetris to transition at 528. So 250,000 points ahead still. Ahead by 200,000 points and behind in lines. Definitely one of the best possible positions you could be in. I lost my controller, that would not register any input. True for me as well. I wonder if that's just inherent to controllers. Oh, Bendy stacking really high. Again, trying to play as efficiently as he can. He doesn't really have a choice with this kind of deficit. And just begging for the pieces to work out. Unfortunately, though, the game did force him into burns. The bar did not show up in a timely manner. And Scotto is still going to maintain a 200,000 point lead, but Scotto is doing a little bit of burning here and there, so you know, maybe Bendy's going to have a little bit easier of a task to work with, though we are running now into a problem where there's less and less runway for the game as a whole for Bendy to work with to try to erase this deficit. It's already going to be hard enough to try to get 140,000 points from here, but you have to do so efficiently while Scotto is still alive and scoring. Bendy able to keep the stack nice and clean as he goes for a Tetris. Now looking for a 3-wide piece. Gonna use the T piece to get Tetris ready. Bendy has caught up a little bit. 547 to 701, so now 160,000 point deficit. Bendy's getting higher and higher. Thankfully, he's able to get the long bar. Gonna take a double, takes him out of Tetris readiness, and now the left side needs to be addressed. Able to get the bar to the left side, able to get a quick tap in, and able to clean up the stack in time for level 26. But unfortunately, as long as Scotto stays alive, Scotto just has to keep, you know, scoring touches here and there, and it'll basically be lights out for Bendy. Nice Z-spin into the J double. Bendy's board is a mess. This is the worst thing that could happen for him right now. Definitely trying to score as many points as he can with the room that's left. Oh, Scotto's going to hang a square on the right side. Can Scotto do anything about this? You won't. This is going to be a top at a 773, so Bendy needs to get to 774. This is going to require probably all 3 Tetrises or 2 Tetrises and some kill screen lines. Bendy actually has a chance to tie this set up. Bendy set up for a Tetris, is not taking any burns yet. If he's able to get 2 here, definitely will get the chase down without any kill screen. Gonna get an L piece. Okay, just gonna have to rely on burns. But the triple will be enough instead. Goes to 782. Takes the chase down and ties the set 3-3. What a clutch late post despite everything. Wow. All right, and with that, We're gonna move on to our next match. Yeah, Bendy with the dash. Redemption. Alright, I'll get these players set up. In the meantime, stay tuned. Alright, here we go. I actually don't know what country Jacobo is from. If someone knows, let me know. Gotta be from somewhere real dry. Why else would he be so thirsty? Alright, we got California sometimes, Texas sometimes, Arizona most of the time. Colorado's been experiencing drought conditions for like 20 years. What else we got? Honestly, that's kind of it. Most of the northern half of the country has been trending wetter over the last couple decades. The southeast has been fine too. We'll just go with southwest. I thought you were naming states I've lived in. Wait, have you lived in all of those states? I had no idea. What do you mean, Cali? We got our drought. Yeah, that's in like 2017. Yeah, that's California's a thirsty state. Yeah. And then y'all had another drought in like 2020, 2021, and into 22. So there is that. California, Arizona, Texas. Okay. That's neat. Yeah, no, those are thirsty states. Absolutely. Actually, you know what? California's extra thirsty because that's like 100% of domestic imports of almonds, and almonds are incredibly water-intensive crops to grow. So, like, to have all of that in California, yeah, California's absolutely thirsty, and it's like all the fault of the almonds. Almond farming is insane, honestly. They used to live in Cali, so that works, I guess. Alright, should probably hand y'all a seed. And when these players are both ready, we'll get started. Hello, Jedi Evan. Alright, these players are ready. It's time for match number 2, game number 1 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Luck, have fun, both players. Hello, Jedi Evan. I don't know if you like just tuned in like this second or not, but I just finished like a little mini weather tirade. Talking about all the thirstiest states in the country. Oh wow, Jacobo starting off with a high up board. Not a good place for that Z. Gonna set up an overhang, but it's able to keep the well open in time for a long bar. That'll allow Jacobo to survive this board. Well, I just started watching now. Okay. Alright, 50,000 for Myles in the beginning. Currently doing a little bit of cleanup. And then we have Jacobo at 52,000. Also doing some cleanup. Let's see who gets out of this first. Oh, misdrop of the J piece for Myles. Gonna complicate things. Right side's open for a Tetris though. Gonna be able to use that to score. Maybe I'll listen to the VOD later. Okay. Myles with a dirty Tetris setup. Gonna use it to score. Jacobo in the meantime, nice clean setup. 108,000. Gonna briefly have a lead over Myles. But now we'll solidify that lead after adding another Tetris to it, and Myles in the meantime is living with a less than ideal board. He takes some nice burns. Looks like he may opt to just transfer the well over. Gonna end up making a bar dependency, but thankfully the bar shows up quickly, and Myles is back to right well stacking off the bottom. Currently sitting at 116, gonna make that 139 with that Tetris. Jacobo in the meantime, 200,000. And with similar line counts, that means that's a real 3 Tetris lead in score and pace. Favorite Jacobo. Jacobo's gonna have a misdrop, gonna clean up with an L burn. Leaves an L dependency. Let's see if the L or bar, something to fill it in. Sure enough, the L shows up. Now both players are managing pretty clean stacks. So yeah, Jedi Evan, I realized there are now like 5 of us in the Nestress community who are like weather people. So that would be me, a person who's doing a climate dynamics PhD. There's you. I noticed your YouTube channel is literally weather dynamics. There's MathWiz 101 who has like a bachelor's, I think. So it looks like both players doing some burning. Myles trying to get clean. Okay, there we go. Nice clean setup there. We have Tetrium. Doesn't do as much Nestress now, though sometimes in tech he'll do a classic score attack. He has a PhD in, I think, cloud physics research. And then there's Draco, who does severe weather research. And then I'll also give a special shout out to AV Geek. Rough dish up there for Myles. They've been an early shift of that bar. Alright. I'll deal with the 16 cleaned up mostly, so let's deal with that J dependency. Alright, that burn fixed the dependency and opened up the right side. Myles gets the Tetris. 378, now crossing the 100 line mark. And we have Jacobo 399. Gonna cross the 100 line mark at 422. So currently continuing to lead over Myles. we're most of the way through level 18. Heard about all of them except Tetrium? Yeah. Tetrium mostly does Tetra connected. I may or may not do Tetrio stuff. I just know that like Nestris specifically, he doesn't really do anymore, though he used to be competitive. And yeah, special shout out to AV Geek because basically to do plane stuff, you kind of have to know some weather stuff. Because it turns out planes fly through the atmosphere. Does that send meteorology require pattern recognition? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, Myles up a little bit high. Well's cut off, but he's able to open up the well. Not going to be able to resolve that overhang cleanly, but is able to take a T-burn that opens up the hole. Board's in good shape, just in time for the bar to transition. Gonna transition just around 500,000 points. Jacobo, in the meantime, 544 transition. Oh, Myles with some nasty misdrops on the right. Turned into a bit of a spooky cleanup. Be able to get the bar to the left and the L. So Myles could potentially survive this. Gonna need something good for the left side though. The T-double's gonna help. Gonna be able to pile squares to the left side. Now just gonna try to find ways to take burns in the middle of the stack. Jacobo in the meantime staying nice. Oh, that T did not make it left. Myles might be done here. Yeah, Myles gonna top at 538. So Jacobo 586 is good for game number 1. And flying on Wednesday because of dumb, stupid icing risk. SMH small dew point spread and low cloud base on a cold day. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and get right into game number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Okay, classic Tetris spot. So when you say meteorology requires pattern recognition, are you talking about like forecasting? I know forecasting definitely is like pattern recognition at some level. Ooh, bit of a tricky board for Jacobo to start. And anything with forecasting? Okay, yeah, I figured. We love our QT theory. Can you forecast good weather for me on Friday? All right, give me a synoptic scale pattern that favors good weather, and I'll forecast good weather for you. All right, Myles, efficient start so far, 93,000 points. Jacobo, 34,000. A bit of a rough beginning. Myles, however, dealing with a tricky board, pretty much right as I said that, and now is looking for some ways to burn out of this. Gonna do an L flat over the right side. Gonna help flatten things out. Not gonna deal with the bar dependency in column 6. The bar gonna show up in time. Gonna be able to do a couple of tucks on the left in the meantime while he waits. Fortunately ends up plugging the well. Then the bar shows up. But beautiful bar tuck into the J double to clean everything up. Myles gets a Tetris, 152,000 points. Decent lead over Jacobo, who's at 87,000 and currently in a dig. The force cast. Okay. I have an idea. All right. I think I know how to handle that. So I might not be able to force cast, but Jedi Evan, absolutely, the force is with him. Okay, get Jedi Evan to force cast. That 100% gonna. Oh, Jacobo's board on the left side. is going to need some very good pieces right now. Unfortunately, this board's going to fall apart. Going to have an early top at 98,000 points. Myles good at 210 and will tie up the set. Use the force and the weather will be good. Surely. All right, off we go to game 3. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, okay. Oh, thank goodness. That was a long pause. I was hoping we didn't like run out of music. Literally only an hour in. You'd think we'd be prepared for that. All right, 2 Tetris for Myles, 1 Tetris for Jacobo. Jacobo dealing with an awkward setup. Thankfully, he's able to get a bar. Just takes a burn to open up the right well and gets another bar to score Tetris. It's a little bit jagged, but thankfully a T-piece shows up. I've had an opportunity to go for an off-right well, but it's just going to take the burns and transfer. Currently it's 116 to 97, so Myles is holding on to a 1 Tetris lead in the beginning. Way more likely to commit to those center wells than most other players. I totally get it, yeah. I do it a lot myself, even as I see other people do it, and then just go like, I think it'd just be worth it to just burn. Like, I'm too pace-brained. Alright, Myles 214, Jacobo 175. We're a third of the way through level 18, and Myles currently sitting on a 2 Tetris lead. One too many squares, so I had to take a couple burns. But might end up having to wait a little bit for this long bar. Okay, finally it shows up. And there's another Tetris. Green boards on both sides. We got an overhang there for Jacobo. I'm looking for a J or an S to solve that. JP's going to show up. And there's another Tetris. So Jacobo a little bit behind, but currently matching Myles' efficiency and is able to keep the lead from growing. Myles currently sitting on a really good pace right now. 350 at 70 lines is what GD used to call X5 pace. Those who know. Yeah, to be able to maintain that could be a 650 transition. Jacobo, in the meantime, stack full of holes, able to lower it with a Tetris. See if he opts to continue burning everything down or just going for, perhaps some dirty setups. Yeah, not getting the best pieces to try to set up more Tetrises, so Jacobo's just going to go ahead and just continue burning everything back down to the bottom. Going to bring the board into a safer position, however, this is also giving Myles a chance to further build a lead. Currently, Myles at 450, Jacobo 342. All right, Jacobo is clean. Now about 124,000 points behind. Not getting a bar right now. Either player is. Able to get a square to the left, but now has the well covered. Both players have the well covered. Unfortunately, Myles not able to use that bar after being droughted for so long. Now he's having to do some cleanup. Jacobo, in the meantime, is open for a Tetris, so Jacobo actually has an opportunity to make up some of this deficit. Nice adjustment there for Myles to use the Z to open up the hole that he just made with an L piece. Myles can score up to 3 more Tetrises before transition. Same with Jacobo. But Jacobo more than 100 points down still. All right, Jacobo goes for the delayed burn. Fortunately, not going to get the ideal pieces to clean this up efficiently. Jacobo could potentially have a messy board going into transition. It's a miracle sequence to clean everything up quickly. Oh, it's not going to matter as Myles is going to end up transitioning 565, but topping out very quickly. Oh, but Jacobo's board's looking a mess too. The right side's not open. And unfortunately, Jacobo's going to have a top out as well. Transition rough for both players, but Myles, with that 18 efficiency, is going to be able to take the third game. What if it's just that it's too boring to always do right well? Fair enough. Alright, game number 4. 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Alright, so far, so good for the players. No signs of really trouble. Myles with a nice adjustment of the L piece for the long bar. Ooh. Left half of the board not looking so great for Jacobo. Had like an even worse version of the Pit of Doom formation, where instead of a single nub in the middle of a 3-wide setup, it was 2 Minos tall, and I mean, so even if you get a J piece or an L, like it just makes the bar dependency. Thankfully though, I was able to get that all filled in. Now just trying to hold out for a long bar. Jacobo trying to stack around this J-Tuck setup. He's holding out for a J piece. Thankfully able to get a Tetris while he waits, but ends up having to block the setup as the J piece just took way too long to show up. While Jacobo's cleaning things up, Myles is going to be able to take the lead from him. But Jacobo will take the lead right back. Oh, Myles misdropping an S on the left side is still high up. He's looking for a piece to try to take burns and ends up early topping. Didn't quite get to 170 there, so Jacobo already with 171 is good for game 4. That one misdrop just made it very difficult to burn at that height. And unfortunately, ended up being a fatal misdrop, even if it wasn't immediate. Alright, here's the hoping we get double kill screen here. We'll get game number 5 started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. One early top on both sides now. Yep. Oh yeah, Jedi Evan, you're mentioning forecasting early. Did you ever do weather challenge? I'll wait for an answer. So far, nice clean boards, efficient starts for the players. These players have taken a combined 3 burns so far in this game. Jacobo wasn't able to use an earlier bar for Tetris. Had to start building up a little bit more, but thankfully he was able to get Tetris after that next long bar. Weather challenge? Okay, so yeah, it's hosted by I think it was Oklahoma State University. Basically, it's like 1,000 participants around the country, something like that. Usually they're college students, even some grad students and faculty, and once in a while some professional forecasters jump in on the mix. And basically you forecast temperature, wind, and precipitation for a given location, and that location changes every 2 weeks. There's a fall and a spring version of this, and there's playoffs for people who have the smallest error, cumulative error in their forecast. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I did that as an undergrad. All right, 207 for Myles, 189 for Jacobo. Both players are up really high. Myles with another misdrop, and unfortunately the bar is not going to save him there. Jacobo is able to burn. Oh, I did not see the score that Myles had. Thankfully, I do have the stream up, so I can pull up a clip. We'll see what the chase down is. All right, it was 207, so Jacobo, you are good. You've taken game 5. All right, it is time for game number 6. Count these players down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. It sounds interesting. Yeah. It's great. I had a lot of fun doing it. Alright, currently it's 1 Tetris on the board for both Myles and Jacobo. They're each going to use the exact same long bar for Tetris. Myles was able to score an additional one right afterward, whereas Jacobo had to build the right side in order to score. So the bar that he got there had to go left. Oh, Jacobo sets up a dirty Tetris in column 7 and tries to set up a perfect transfer, but with the bar not showing up, it's effectively a bar dependency, and now the next bar is going to have to be thrown down the right side. Jacobo now in a dig. Myles, in the meantime, nice and clean. Oh, doesn't get the T all the way left. He's able to finally get some burn options going there. LPs for the triples definitely going to help keep Myles safe. I'm sure Myles is not a fan of those early pop outs from earlier. You know, playing with the board that high with dash can be fine as long as you have the, the dash control. Even if you don't have the burn options. However, once you have the misdrop, you're kind of begging on the pieces to work out. Ooh, there's another misdrop of the S. This time the board is lower, so Myles able to get the stack down with a triple. Currently has the lead at 158, Jacobo 110. Now he's going to do some cleanup, but Jacobo's also doing some digging, so I'm going to see he gets out of this first. That may determine who gets the lead from here. Oh, Jacobo's board looking kind of nasty. Oh, the bar did not make it to the left side. Jacobo's done at 112, and Myles will be gifted the 6th game, and we're going to have another tied set. Oof, what a rough set. Most games decided on 18. Yeah, I think 2 games made it to transition. A bit unfortunate, it happens. Alright, next up is going to be Avid Geek versus Poopy Old Hag. So if you give me a moment, I'll get these players set up. Alright, good news everyone, this match is happening. Let's go. Let's go. AV Geek saving the day. Because I genuinely did not know. Unfortunately, like, I was told at a point earlier that there's some kind of sheet or something to look at the list of accounts that players use, but the problem is that was before I got a new account, or I should say revamped an old one. So all that information is lost to me. Alright, we got it ready from AV Geek. We got it ready from Bluefield Ag. Alright, let's get game one of this final match of the restream started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Golf. Oh, oops, I gotta do a thing. Alright, fixed. Okay, it's funny. The reason I remembered to change the flag was because golf reminded me of golf, and it reminded me of Gulf of America skull emoji, and that made me realize, oh wait, there's two American flags. That's wrong. Alright, so far, players maintaining healthy stacks. Oh. Okay, never mind. So both players are maintaining healthy stacks. Okay, there we go. So he was getting up a little bit high there. Fortunately got a bar. Did some fancy tucks and spins to get out of that. It's all good. It's all good, I swear. 93,000 for AV Geek. 114,000 for Poopy Old Hag. Ooh. 3 dependencies on Poopy's stack. 2 L dependencies next to each other, and then the J dependency on the right side. Was able to get an L piece for both on the left, but we get the J in time for the right side. To set up a couple of burns to get things clean, and finally able to reopen the right side. Now just waiting on the long bar. Long bar taking its sweet time to show up, but Poopy is able to take some responsible burns and manage the drought. Time for the long bar to show. Oh, beautiful adjustment for the Z spin from Poopy. That was amazing. All right, that's for Poopy. 196. We have AV Geek 177. AV Geek with a nice adjustment as well. All right, both players ready for a Tetris, and they will score. Looks like Field Hag currently is 1 piece ahead of AV Geek in the sequence. Field Hag with lead right now, 266 compared to 229 from AV Geek. About halfway through level 18, so currently players are on track to transition in the 500s. We'll see if that changes. The Bendy versus Scotto set was quite stressful. This one's really chill. The boards are clean most of the time. You know, we're not seeing like insane RNG. It's a very low blood pressure kind of 18, you know? You stack up to decent height, get Tetrises, keep the stack low. It just looks nice. Alright, not really seeing a change in the lead right now. Poopy Old Hag still ahead. 405,000 points, AV Geek 369. Players continue to play cleanly. Okay, Poopy Old Hag has an L dependency and an additional J dependency. And this is going to be the first burning period that we're going to see. Poopy Old Hag almost out of this. Alright, right side's back open. Overhang resolved. Has the potential to set up a left well here, but we'll just take the single, transfer the well back over to the right side. 490 to 525. Burning from Poopy Old Hag wasn't enough to lose the lead. David Geek also had to do some burning as well. Bar dependency for AV Geek. It's bar, fills it in. Nice clean stack. And there's bar to transition at 540. Meanwhile, Poopy Old Hag 575. So let's see a 599 transition. There's no need for her to burn, but unfortunately, gonna have to burn the transition at 576. AV Geek jagged board, level 19, but get some helpful pieces. And then some unhelpful ones. Thankfully, the bar is able to make it to the right side. There's Tetris. Going to 594 on level 20. Goofy Hag, meanwhile, 590 on level 20. So wasn't able to score anything in post so far, and that means that AV Geek has the lead at the moment. Goofy Hag not chancing the bar in column 9. Trying her absolute hardest to look for a safer way to get Tetris ready. Finally started to work out. There's a long bar for the Tetris. 623 into 21. AV Geek in the meantime, 677 into 22. So the paces are looking very similar right now. Oh, but AV Geek has the well closed off. Trying to get the right side open, but also keeping the left side in good shape. And now there's 2 dependencies in the stack. Board is starting to fall apart for AV Geek. Goofy Little Hag is clean and gets the Tetris, goes to 706, quickly taking the lead from AV Geek and taking the first game as well. NT. Looks like Goofy Old Hag is interested in mullining this out. This is max pace 1.1 a bowl. Plenty of room to spare to try to get a 1.1. Okay, not that much room, but like enough to where it's reasonable from this point. 6 burns to work with. Good pieces, good stacking could make this very likely. Oh, that early shift can make things a little bit more difficult. Goes for the dirty Tetris setup. Gonna be able to save a couple of burns that way. Has 2 more burns to work with to try to get a 1.1 here. The delay burn. Thankfully, it's gonna work out. 2 more Tetrises, 1 more burn. And there it is, the 1.1 in the kill screen. What a first game. Cutting my stats a little bit for Sonic Man. Wait, who's Sonic Man? Alright, we're gonna start game number 2. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. By the way, Hertz display. Oh, right. Yeah, no Hertz display. Alright, we'll just move on to the next seed as well. So 9D. Alright, game 2, take 2, in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Poopy Hag with a bar dependency on the left side already. Hopefully the bar shows up, but the board still needs quite a bit of work. The left side is very low and it's jagged. Poopy Hag would like a T-piece for the left side. There it is. We'll be able to score a Tetris. And now set up for another one. AV Geek in the meantime, going to get a Tetris, has a T-spin set up on the left side. Ooh, nice Z left into S-tuck. There's the T, and there's the T-spin. Now has to set up some burns. There are no good spots for the square. Unfortunately, going to get another square. Thankfully, that triple opens everything up. And there's a Tetris for AV Geek to cross the 100,000 mark. Poopy Hag, however, already at 117, so AV Geek's going to have to work with about a 1 Tetris deficit. Now it's an L dependency. It goes off well. Yucky board for AV Geek. You can see the head shake there. Gonna cost a bit of efficiency, but AV Geek is finally clean. And Poopy Hag got to do her fair share of burning as well, so this actually isn't going to cost much in terms of the relative pace over Poopy Hag. Currently, they are roughly even. It's 158 versus 156. Triple on the right side for Poopy Hag due to a hole in the stack. And AV Geek now has the lead. And there's a delay vid setup. See if this works out. And I set up a double wide just in case it doesn't. There's the bar for the Vits, the bars for the Tetris. Now, given that double had to be taken, I wonder how many burns would have been saved just by burning the piece ahead of time instead of the delay Vit. Very curious. Alright, 275 for AV Geek, 259 for Poopy Hag, so AV Geek currently enjoying a 1 Tetris lead that immediately got taken away now that AV Geek's burning and Poopy Hag had scored a Tetris. Poopy Hag nice and clean. Ready for another Tetris. But guess we're in a part of the sequence where the bar is going to take a little while. Right, there it is. Tetris for Poopy Hag, Tetris for AV Geek. Currently it's 326 to 331. So Poopy Hag, tiny lead. We have a left wall Tetris set up in a perfect transfer for AV Geek. Unfortunately, the bar didn't show up quickly enough. So, while the weight was put on the right side, it's going to opt out of trying to set up another one and will instead just take the 3 burns and transfer the well to the right side. Both players almost exactly 400,000 points. We're right around the 100 line mark. Now it's turned into a 1 Tetris lead in favor of Poopy Hag. He goes for the line spin, gets it. Looking for another bar to score Tetris. There it is. Oh, misdrop for AV Geek. It's gonna leave a hole at the bottom of the stack. See what our plan is to deal with this. In the meantime, Poopy Hag, cliff on the left half of the board, sitting on top of an overhang. Takes 2 burns, but the board's still not accommodating enough, so Poopy Hag's gonna have to burn a little bit more. Now Both players are in burning situations. Oh, you can see the head shake from AV Geek. Saw the bar next and did not react in time to it. Both players can clean up. Oh, Poopy Hag's about to transition and misdrops the bar. That is an immediate top out at 505, so AV Geek has a chase down, and 506 is the target. That Tetris is going to be enough, and AV Geek will tie the set 1-1. Yeah. Yo, I'm too decimal brain. I almost said 10E instead of AE in my head. My filter does the work of correcting me so that you don't have to. Most of the time. Alright, game number 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh my god. No. Why? That's too many digits. Do you know how... You're giving me 4 times the opportunity to mess something up. And how do you know that when I see a 1 and it's time to increment the seeds that I won't just say 2? Okay, like, I don't know if this really solves the problem. Alright, 25,000 for AV Geek, 45,000 for Field Hag. Rough board for AV Geek right now. Got a very nice J piece for a triple. And could be 2 burns from getting out of this. Alright, there we go. Field Hag not able to get the bar when the well was open. But finally, he's able to get another one. Currently 61,000 to 84,000, so Field Hag with a 1 Tetris lead. Board's looking clean on both sides right now. Field Hag with an overhang. It's the L for the tuck. No burns needed. Oh, early shift of the J for Poopfield Hag. Gonna go for the T tuck to, or Z tuck to set up the Vits, but still has to do some cleanup on top of that. And now Poopfield Hag is gonna be having to do some digging, and as a result, AV Geek's being given opportunity to try to take the lead from her. She was ahead by a Tetris to start. Her Poopfield Hag has gotten cleaned up, but AV Geek not able to score Tetris. Mainly because there just wasn't a bar to really score with. Poopfield Hag in the meantime also having to take a triple down the right side for the exact same reason. And there's another drought. So even though AV Geek had a hole in her stack and needed to burn out of it, it ended up not really changing anything in terms of the lead because there just wasn't really a bar to score with during that time. Finally, the players are rewarded for their efforts. Poopfield Hag is going to score for the 267. AV Geek in the meantime, 241, so still a Tetris back. So the players right now are matching each other's efficiency. Getting into burns at roughly the same time, getting Tetrises at roughly the same time, so nothing's really changing. Now we're about the 2/3 mark through level 18, so it looks like we're going to be seeing transitions around 500,000. Field hack going up a little bit high. I'm going to take some burns. Board's really jagged, but the L triple is going to make a flat spot. So it's going to be a little bit more accommodating as she continues to wait for this long bar. What is this game? My goodness. Alright, Tetris for Poopy Old Hag, 398. AV Geek a bit farther behind at 350. Did we get the bar finally? Tetris goes to 473. As now Tetris go to 396. So AV Geek now 2 Tetrises behind, however, is also 5 lines behind. So in terms of pace, it's still a 1 Tetris difference after all of this time. Alright, transition right around the corner. Both players within 10 lines. .538 transition for AV Geek. And 491 transition. Oh, wait. 538 transition for Poopy Old Hag. 491 transition for AV Geek. I may have said that backwards. Rip. Anyway, Poopy Old Hag in the lead right now still. Going to level 20 with a clean board. Ends up getting a bit too high. Has to burn the stack down. This be yet another drought. I am so curious what the transition bar count was. Oh my god. I swear there just aren't enough bars in this game. Now both players are digging. Oh, but Poopy Old Hag's board is a lot more dangerous looking. Oh, did not get the J over to the left side. Poopy Old Hag's done at 586. So AV Geek's given another chase down target. This time it's 587. And Poopy Old Hag, let me know how many bars you have there on level 21. It feels like there aren't a lot of them. And AV Geek is a couple lines away. Again, 587 is the chase down target. And that double will be enough. AV Geek will take the third game. 47 bars at 21. 51 on 24. Oh my god. Would have had that dig without misshifting, to be honest. Not blame the low bars for that. Yeah. That's just hard. But it's just funny, because, like, it seemed like every time I was waiting for a player to score Tetris, there was a drought. That was the main thing that made me curious, because it's like, you can have, like, a normal bar seed, and there's, like, a 30 drought in there, but, like, it just felt like it was drought after drought after drought, and I was like, okay, yeah, there just aren't enough bars here, are there? We got 2 readies on the screen, so off we go to game 4 in 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Alright, both AVs and Field High are off to a good start. Field High looking for something for that S-Tug setup. Yeah, there was an OJ there from AV Geek. And then a 5 and below. Look at that. Nicely done. Field Hag in the meantime, though, bit of a troublesome stack. Gonna have to take some burns. AV Geek has maintained a pretty good efficiency his first couple of lines. Field Hag, nice dirty Tetris. It actually uncovers the J-Tuck S-Spin setup. She goes for the S-Spin and gets it. And just like that, is all clean, gets a Tetris, goes to 121, but AV Geek still doing really well. Currently has 160 at the same line count. So we got an early 2 Tetris lead for AV Geek. There's an interesting delay burn setup for Field Hag. It's one of those setups where you can get out very efficiently as long as you get the piece, and this time she actually got the piece. Field Hag had the well closed while getting up a little bit high. Forced to do a quick tap. Oh, beautiful L burn to keep the well open for the Tetris. The board was getting a little bit dangerously high, but Field Hag is able to manage. And has gotten the board back under control. There's another Tetris. Going to 199. AV Geek in the meantime 254, so enjoying a 2 Tetris lead still. And will be AV Geek may not have realized that that double on the right side would actually not only open up the right side, but also get her Tetris ready. Ends up throwing the bar to the left unintentionally, but it's fine. Didn't really get punished for it. My favorite of those kinds of moments is when that happens on 19, but it's 19, so you can't really build that high and wait for another bar. So then you actually do just get punished. I think I lost the potential for like a high transition in 19 stuff like that. Oh, beautiful adjustment from AV Geek. Then get a Tetris, goes to 351. Another one to go to 374. Field Hag at 318. Could potentially go for a column 9 Tetris setup with a perfect transfer. Would like an L into a long bar. Okay, bar J will work, but unfortunately, ended up blocking the setup right as the long bar showed up. I have 2 overhangs. Gotten one of them resolved. Makes a really nice adjustment for the L piece. Goes for the S-Spin, gets it. And Field Hag is finally clean again. S-Spin for AV Geek. Field Hag with a Tetris. Now at 374, AV Geek 449. Oh, nice T-spin adjustment for Field Hag. Nice clean board. Gonna get a Tetris, set up for another one. And just like that is within 10,000 points of AV Geek, sets up a nice OJ. Currently it's 478 to 465. Poopy Old Hag having to take some burns right now. He's able to get clean pretty quickly. Get another Tetris. Geek also up a little bit high. Doing with the same drought. It's a bit of a mini drought, but we got nonetheless. 532 for AV Geek. 515 for Poopy Old Hag.